Next up, we had a little promo. Then we had an in-ring promo segment. A video plays, and it is Shaq. And if Shaq was any more excited in this video, he would have been fucking sleeping. Because it's like, Jesus, man, turn it up a bit. You're meant to be the star draw of this fucking feud, man. I'm just not feeling Shaq in this feud, and I'm just not feeling the feud. Shaq, the times that he's been on TV, it's like, we're expecting Shaq to be this larger-than-life guy, but he just seems to be phoning it in. He just seems muted. He doesn't seem to be... like, where's the charisma bomb that we need? That's why they would want him on. I don't know. I could be blinking in my... Like, on this Shaq thing, and me thinking whatever about this, I have to say that I could be blinkering myself. I could be biasing myself on what's happening here. All due to his past history with wanting... Like, in the past, he was in contact with WWE because he wanted to wrestle the Big Show, or WWE wanted him to wrestle the Big Show. Either way, it was very public that he wanted to wrestle the Big Show and back and forward. This was supposed to be a match that was going to happen at WrestleMania, but then, like, and I can only go on what was reported here. It was reported that he didn't want to train and that he didn't want to do stuff, and then it all became very difficult between WWE and Shaq to make this match actually happen, which was a shame because it would have been a really good match. And I don't know if I'm blinkered with this. And I'm thinking, I've got that in the back of my mind. And when I see these Shaq segments, I'm like, what is this? Like, is there not a better celebrity we could get? Someone a bit bigger, someone a bit more a bit exciting, you know? But yeah, the clip he was playing, I mean, it's fair comment on this, right? The clip it wasn't a wrestling clip, it was a clip from a serious sports show where he just said he wanted the match or whatever. I'm not feeling this. I'm just not feeling this feud. The last segment was just terrible, and this one was... I was bored by it, but then this segment did save itself. And let's have a talk about it, and we'll get into it, right? So when we after the video segment, we go to the... Cody makes an entrance with Arn, and they go into the ring. Now, instead of cutting a promo, like, this was supposed to be Shaq, like, Cody responding to Shaq. Cody comes in and he starts cutting a promo, but instead of speaking about Shaq, he just starts talking about becoming a dad and stuff like that, which is cute, but it's not talking about Shaq, and it's not getting this angle over, you know? And then Arn, bless him, because Arn's a total legend, and he's a total genius, but when he started talking here, my eyes just rolled to the back. I was like, this is so fucking boring. And I feel really bad for it, because Arn is a great, but this, like, Arn started rambling. I just lost focus, like, it did not hold my attention. And then he calls out Red Velvet. Now, obviously, how this is working is that this feud was going to be, while they said it was going to be Shaq versus Cody, clearly Shaq's not wanting to wrestle, so he has a proxy. His proxy is Jade Cargill, right? Now, we all know that Cody can't wrestle Jade because Cody is a man, she's a woman. So it was set up where Brandy has to wrestle Jade, which is, in my opinion, the feud was fucked when Shaq didn't want to wrestle Cody or whatever the fuck's happened. Because in my opinion, this is what it feels like. It feels like it started as Shaq wanted to wrestle Cody, and then Shaq maybe pulled out, and then so like, all right, well, we'll put Shaq with Jade Cargill because we want to get her in, and we'd like to get her in a big feud to get her over as quick as we can, which is a fair comment. She looks like a star. And then the only proxy Cody had was Brandy. Now Brandy's pregnant. They're like, fucking hell, what are we doing now? So Arn cuts his promo. He rabbles on. It's boring as shit. But then he gets to the point and he calls Red Velvet out to the stage because she has fire, and that's what this needs. And he's right on that. This feud badly needs fire. So let's hope Red Velvet can come out. Now, I believe this is Red Velvet's first promo on national TV. She's on Dark all the time and stuff like that. I think she was maybe on it last week in the whole dentist segment, so she was part of that, which I think it was just a bit terrible, and everyone's kind of not remembered it, which for obvious reasons. So we get to the point. Red Velvet is going to come out, and she's going to fight Cargill now. It appears. So she comes out and she cuts a really good promo. It was a really good promo. She's going to defend Brandy's honor, and she's going to fight Jade Cargill. Yeah. So we've got that. But it's like I've just said, that little mini rant. I think this whole feud to me seems a bit loose, and it's lost focus from the original. Like I've just said, the original story. It was supposed to be about Cody and Shaq. Then it was about Cody and Jade, then Jade and Brandy. Now it's like Jade and Red Velvet. It's like, are we going to see Shaq wrestling Cody? Is that actually going to happen? Is Shaq going to be in the match? I mean, why didn't they just get like Tyson or something like that? Even if he doesn't do a match, Tyson's like just entertainment. But we got Shaq. I don't know. All we can, like, what I'm hoping is that the sooner we get the blow off to this feud, or that something actually happens in it that catches my full attention, the better. If this doesn't happen, I just hope that they wind it all up on the 7th of March at Revolution, and we move on with the thing. It's like, I preferred Cody Rhodes. Like, Cody Rhodes is one of my favourite wrestlers. He's freaking amazing. Is it too much to just ask Cody to focus on matches and have good matches on TV without getting tied up in these stories? Now, I mean, I think that it probably started off was going to be a really good story, but quickly it's unraveled. And sometimes I think they're better just to call it quits. Like, I think they should have just called it quits when Brandy got pregnant and say, look, this is not going to happen. Let's do something else. Let's work something out. They're going with the KBO, keep buggering on ethos here. So fingers crossed that we get something good from it. If the end thing we get from this is Jade Cargill versus Red Velvet, and it's a good match with Shaq and Cody at ringside, it might be good. Let's just hope they can have a good match together, because I have a feeling that this whole feud will come down to a match between them two, and that'll be the blow off, and that'll probably be for the best. Moving